We had a lot of scenarios going into this day. What would we say? How would we say it? And the only scenario we need now is, what do we say if the entire act is upheld? The entire act was upheld, and all we say now is we need to move forward on the state level.
This is the ticket to peace. This is my Medicare card. It was not God-given. It was government-given.
Absolutely.
We waited 68 years for last night to happen.
But I have what's called high-risk pool insurance through Pennsylvania, and I got that because of the Affordable Care Act, and that was instituted. I received my benefits as of October 2010 for 3.5 years. I went without insurance. And it's pretty scary, a person about 60 years old going without health insurance for 3.5 years. But because of the Affordable Care Act, it went through. Now, yesterday, if it had failed, I don't know where this would have landed me.
Health care certainly is totally and vital for every woman in this state, in this county, in this country. But we've got to still fight for keeping the health care law intact and making it even stronger.
And the day they ruled it constitutional, I got my card in the mail.
Woo!
That's what it looks like, and welcome to Medicare, and it's so exciting.
And free wellness benefits,
yes,
and checkups.
Which
and
I've been waiting to get. I was supposed to get my mammogram and all that stuff a few months ago, but you know what? I'm waiting until October.
Yesterday's Supreme Court decision was a huge win for the people of Pennsylvania.
Yay!
While the decision was a historic one of monumental importance, it has not changed what we need to do in Harrisburg. Under the Affordable Care Act, my colleagues and I were given the charge of implementing a health care exchange here in Pennsylvania that will give affordable, quality health care access to all citizens. Despite Pennsylvania's best efforts to help parents in the Commonwealth to get their kids covered, there are still over 100,000 children with no health insurance in Pennsylvania. These exchanges will help to get these kids covered. Some of our friends on the other side of the aisle, as well as our governor, have been delaying on taking any action in anticipation that the Affordable Care Act would be overturned. Well, now that we know that the law is constitutional, my message to them is clear. Get back to the table and do your job, which is to make health care affordable and accessible to every Pennsylvanian. The economic security of the middle class and the health and well-being of our people depend on it. Thank you.
Thank you, Bryan.
What I'd like to talk about today is Billy Kohler. This is Billy Kohler. I paint the portraits dark like this when people die prematurely because they cannot access health care. What would the Affordable Care Act have done for Billy Kohler? Billy fixed our TVs for 30 years. The company folded. He worked for a couple of different companies. He took a job delivering pizza. He was a proud man and a working man. He got a defibrillator installed when he had insurance. When he became a pizza delivery man, he had no insurance, and he needed a new battery for that defibrillator. He was told he needed to show up with $25,000. He didn't have it. The Affordable Care Act today would allow him to qualify for subsidies if he made $15,000 or $16,000. He's in that range where he would pay his fair share according to his income, and then he would get the subsidy. And together, the partnership would allow him to get an insurance policy, and he would have his defibrillator battery. He would be alive today. What happened to Billy? He was driving down the street. He felt his defibrillator trying to fire, pop, 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 pop. He knew it wasn't going to work. He put his car in park, he slumped over the steering wheel, and he died. This is why we have the Affordable Care Act. This is why I've come out so strongly for it, because the Affordable Care Act has faces, many, many faces, and there are 50 million uninsured, 29 million underinsured. It all matters because it's real people. Thanks.
Thank you.